right, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 1993 Honda Civic. Up front is a 1.85 liter inline 4 and down below is a 5-speed manual transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here EG hatch for a couple of reasons, but mainly the fact that this is going to be a really interesting video. Right now, this engine is naturally aspirated. However, by the end of the video, it will be turbocharged. And so we're gonna be doing some comparisons. I'm gonna get the owner, John, in the car, and it's gonna be a really good time.
Check out ZackBrittle.com. You can buy a sticker. You can read behind the seat. What did I do? I fucked it. I messed it up. Check out ZackBrittle.com. You can buy merch, read the behind the scenes blog, and submit your vehicle to be reviewed.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so this is John, who built this Frankenstein machine, and he's gonna tell you all about this car. So let's first start off with the chassis stuff. We'll work our way up to the engine. How about that?
Gotcha.
What kind of tires, wheels, and suspension are we working with?
Tires and wheels are actually, they came off of Caleb J&GM's Molly, the Miata.
Oh, I thought I recognized these.
Literally the exact wheels and tires.
Oh, okay.
So these tires were purchased in 2016.
Wow, love it.
Yeah, they're bald. They're Advanti Storm S1s. They're a 15-inch diameter wheel. They're 9 wide. It's a 225 tire, and they are Hankook RS3s.
Square setup?
Square setup.
Okay.
Not super common for a Civic when you're going wide. A lot of people will go, you know, wide up front, slimmer in the rear type deal. Suspension is PIC coilovers, power and control. It's an in-house brand from a Honda performance shop that used to exist here in Illinois, no longer exists. Everything has been touched on this chassis pretty much, like steel braided brake lines from the proportioning valve all the way back. All new bushings, control arms, like camber kit. It's got pretty much everything. I think the only things I haven't touched, it's still drum brake in the rear, which is fine, NA, but with the turbo setup, it's kind of sketchy. And then I haven't really touched the rear trailing arms, but otherwise, aftermarket everything. Steering wise, it was a power steering rack converted to a manual rack. Took out the power steering lines, I looped them, and the reason I did that instead of putting a manual rack in it is that the steering ratio is actually quicker on the power rack compared to the manual rack. So I wanted to keep that quick steering ratio.
Is there anything specific that's either more challenging or easier about this chassis? Like, tell me about the EG chassis a little bit.
So EG, in my opinion, interior wise at least, is probably the most quality of the 90 Civics. I don't know if you noticed that, but like the EK, like the 96, 99, 2000 generation Civic, not nice. As far as like working on this chassis goes, I love it, it's easy. I don't know if it's necessarily easier or harder than the other chassis. I know EK and EG generations have a lot of interchangeable stuff.
Okay, so let's get to the transmission and then we'll talk about the engine.
Why don't you give her a little downshift and a pull here and see what you think.
Third gear?
Yeah, hit it, whatever.
It makes noises.
Sure does.
Holy crap.
Yeah, what's your take? I mean,
I really like it. It does feel sort of rotary where it just keeps going and going and going. And you're like, is it gonna stop?
Yeah.
It should stop, right? It should be stopping, right? But it keeps going, and I love that feeling.
Yeah, so it's fun. I don't even know if VTEC kicked in on that pull, which was weird. I didn't hear it. Anyway, yeah, it does. It's very rev happy. This engine is built for boost.
Right.
So very low compression pistons, hence not making a lot of power right now.
Right. So tell me about the engine.
So the engine is a B18 B1 bottom end, which is a non-VTEC engine bottom end with a B16 VTEC head. Forged internals on the bottom end, built head, GSR cams. So it's really like bulletproof. I use that word in quotes because I've blown up this same motor before with this same setup. So it's like bulletproof. It also does have CSS, cylinder support system. Super cool. They basically take an open deck block in a block guard. So the tops of the sleeves are like very reinforced. A lot of B series guys crack their sleeves, so it's like a nice way to squeeze a little bit more power out of a stock block.
What about exhaust? What are we dealing with for exhaust?
Right now it's open header, boys. we were ripping.
If you couldn't tell, man.
We were ripping a dirty, greasy open header, that's for sure. ECU, we're rocking a OBD1 ECU with a Honda S300. Honda S300 is like a chip that gets soldered in, and that allows you to basically tune it kind of like it's a standalone. I love it. I've had no issues with it. I know a lot of other people really love it. You know, if you want to go all out, go crazy, maybe you're going K-swap, it probably makes more sense to go with a full standalone ECU. But in my case, I'm just working with a built B series. The Honda S300 does just fine. It's great. It's a couple $100 for the chip, and then if you don't want to solder it in yourself, someone else can. That's usually $100 or so.
So talk us through your experiences with this engine a little bit. Like, has it been more challenging than you thought? Was it easier to build than you thought? More expensive, less expensive? Talk us through that whole relationship you've had building this engine.
All right, so this motor to me, I don't think I would necessarily change how I went about this, but if I could start over with this chassis, I would have gone a different route. So I started with this car having a B18 V1, a non-VTEC 1.8 liter B series Honda engine. I started off with that engine and just built off of it. So right now we are running the same exact block that I initially had when I bought this car. It's obviously just been built up and things have been changed, different head, all this stuff, right? Now, if I could restart, I would just go K series. Everyone says K is the way, they're right. Like, K is the way. You can make more power on a stock K series than most built B series applications. Now, if you go all out and go crazy with B series is technically still faster. It holds the record.
Okay.
I'm 99% sure about that. But if I'm just building a street car that I want to take the drag strip and make YouTube videos on, K series is definitely the way to go. B series sounds cheaper. Nothing is cheaper than anything, man. Like, the more you work on it, the more you build it, the more you take stuff apart, the more money you're dumping into it, the more it adds up.
It's always going to be relative.
Yeah, it's all relative for sure.
Talk us through this transmission a little bit, because it's kind of a Frankenstein as well.
Yeah, so right now we're running a B series GSR transmission. I was running that trans open diff for a little while, and I found that obviously open diff sucked, and that the gear ratios were very short. The gears were very short. And so I would be cruising down the highway at 60 miles an hour at 4,500 RPM, and it was just obnoxious. So when I had this engine and trans out of the car, I decided to take the final drive from my LS trans, which is the longest of the B series transmissions. I took the final drive from that trans and the limited slip diff that I have for that trans and put it into the GSR gearing. So now we have short gearing, slightly longer final drive, and a limited slip diff. So I think it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Great
for streetability, and it'll still be fun at the track and drag straight.
I am struggling a little bit with this clutch. What's this clutch again?
It's an ACT 6-puck rigid disc.
Okay.
It is a lightweight flywheel too. It's only
okay.
Yeah, I think it's like a 12, maybe lighter, like a 10 or 12 pound flywheel.
Second or third?
Do second.
Ready?
Yeah. Try to get VTEC.
I do it under the bridge?
Yeah, go for it.
Second or third?
Do third. Yeah? Oh, dude.
What?
It's so much louder.
It is!
Like, you hear that crossover, it's like, ah.
There we go. So now that's with VTEC. tag.
Yep, leave some space and hit it under that tunnel right there. Over the windows. All right, downshift, hit it. Oh, you got it.
Excited because my Mazda 3 is gonna feel like a Rolls Royce after this.
Yeah.
So quiet.
Yeah. I know. I literally got in my black EK this morning to pull it from where it was parked into the garage, and like when I started it, I was like, oh my god, it's so nice. It's
the
so
luxury.
Second gear. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's so much louder when it crosses over. It's obnoxious. It's not like we're going that much faster or anything. It's just like I'm trying way harder.
Oi, Captain! I'm giving it all she got. This thing's a riot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even NA, like, it's not fast. It's just so obnoxious.
That's what I like about it being NA, and I'm curious to see if I love it as much turbo, because I love NA cars so much because it's just that, like, I don't know what it is. It's just that like raw power where it's like it doesn't need any help. It doesn't need any backup. It's just like, it's the John McClane of engines. You know what I mean?
Who's John McClane?
Die Hard?
Oh, Die Hard. All right.
Die Hard. I'm not putting that in. You'll look like a fool.
No, you can put it in.
I'm just looking over at that poor dude. I'm like, I'm sorry, man.
Dude, he literally made the face. The one where like when you're walking past someone and you make eye contact, but you don't want to really like do anything other than this, and you just go. He did that.
Oh God,
he did that.
All right, let's see it turbo. All right, so now, as I dump the clutch, this car's boosted.
Yeah, it's boosted now. There's been a lot of changes since, and a lot of curveballs since the last time that you were here.
So tell me what's new.
Yeah, so as you guys know from earlier in the video, there was a built LSV Tech engine in this car. That engine started making metal shavings shortly after I put the turbo kit on it, honestly right before I put the turbo kit on it, and I never made it to dyno on that engine, unfortunately. So it's like bulletproof. I don't know, 3-4 days before my dyno session, me and the boys yanked that engine out, put in a bone stock GSR, which is B18C, I believe. Reinstalled the turbo kit, got it running at 2:30 in the morning on a Friday after work. Got it tuned a couple days later, made 479 peak horsepower to the wheels, turned it down to 370. So that's what we're running on today.
370?
370, limited slip diff. It's a good one, boys. It's really fun. It's really a fun car right now.
Before I do a poll, the first thing is that it is so much quieter. I mean, we can have a conversation while cruising, which kind of couldn't happen with the other motor in the first half of this video.
And like just the turbo did that, and like the exhaust still comes out of the bumper on the driver's side, right? So
yeah,
like
I love
it should be louder. Like if it was NA and that was that setup, like it'd be louder than it was before, I think at least.
Oh yeah.
So just the turbo alone quieted it down so much.
Yeah.
Tires are changed. We're now on same size, so 225s square. They're Falcon RT 660s, so it's a 200 tread wear. It's a tire I've been wanting to run for years, like basically since they came out, but they've been on back order forever, and I haven't been in a position where I needed to buy tires just yet. So finally they came off of back order. I found I think there were 8 tires available in the US for this size, and I just pulled the trigger immediately. Tires came in.
I will say, with the tires, it feels a little different than the first time I drove it. Not incredibly different, but those old Gingium tires
were from 2016.
Oh my God. Yeah, not the best.
Now we are running boost by gear. So, almost very little boost, almost no boost in first, some boost in second, and then I think third gear is all the boost.
Okay.
So third gear is for sure the most fun. Second still absolutely screams. You just, it's basically to try to get the car to hook up. So you're not really getting all the boost then. But dude, third gear in this car is very fun.
What turbo did you go with?
It's just a no-name, well, not no-name. It's a knockoff Garrett 3076R.
Okay.
Wait a little longer, just so you'll thank me later.
No, I know.
All right, you can go.
Here we go. Did your light flash a little bit when it started turning?
Dude, I was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude.
It builds really late. It is like...
You gotta be at the right RPM when you go, though. Like, when you hit it the first time, I would have probably been in second, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I try second?
Yeah, if you can, yeah. I would wait a little longer. All right. I mean, you're good. Yeah, all right, hit it. Go for it. Plug
it. It is squirrely. Holy I felt torque steer, but that has to be the upper. That's probably the worst I felt.
Yeah, dude.
It keeps you on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
It's exciting, that's for sure.
Oh, I love the noises. And just, it brings a smile to your face.
Yeah.
It's not certain. I don't know. This car might kill me. I don't know.
Yeah.
This might be the last YouTube video made by shooting cars and unfortunately boosted John.
I know, I was getting in the car and I was like, it didn't really register that I was going for a ride in my own car. And then I was like, oh, yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh man. I can't imagine what that 479 would have felt like, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that this is making 100 less horsepower
Than
peak.
And you know what I have to do to get that number again?
What?
Copy and paste some numbers in my laptop.
That's so stupid. Cars are dumb. I honestly think, like, genuinely, now the reviewer side coming out of me, I think this is a very healthy amount of horsepower. I would even say upper, maybe getting too much.
I was shooting for 500 on the built motor, dude. Like, just holding that power. Like, I was gonna peak, try to make like 7 something, and then turn it down to like 5. Yeah, dude.
I can't even try to fathom.
Yeah, dude. Probably wouldn't need a roll cage at that point. Probably some harnesses.
You need a roll cage at this point.
Yeah.
And harnesses at this point.
Yeah. Probably should upgrade those drum brakes too. Yeah.
I forgot about the drums.
Yeah.
See, I don't think of these things when I'm doing a pull.
Yeah, me either, dude. That's why I haven't upgraded them yet.
Well, whenever I do a pull in the RX-7 up to $9 grand, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, oh, my battery tie down is zip ties.
My battery tie down is a cooler in the trunk.
Oh my God. Oh, if you want to grab it, we got to do the big friggin' bottle test. It's not a shooting cars review.
Dude, easy
until
pass.
a big friggin' bottle
Easy
pass. I don't know if that counts.
That counts.
It's in between the handbrake
It's
and the
OEM,
seat.
dude. If it were this one, it wouldn't count. That's
mean,
not OEM seat. This one, OEM seat, OEM handbrake, fire, dude.
You know what? For the first time ever, this is not a pass. This is not a fail. This is just a John.
Pass with Flying Johns.
Oh God. Well, I have to say, this car is very entertaining. It keeps you on your toes, and with any car that wants to kill you, you feel the most alive. I haven't had to do this much work driving a car in a review in a long time, and it's kind of refreshing. You know, driving so many modern cars, I mean, even my own Mazda 3, it drives itself. It has the radar cruise. I didn't even touch the gas on the way out here.
Wow.
So actually doing this, you know, there's something to be said about the manual labor of driving an automobile, especially one that you built in, well, your kind of pimped out shed in the backyard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anything else you want the people to know about this car?
I would say that, as you guys know, this is a pretty special review, not because it's my car, but because Zach has been trying to review this car pretty much since I met him.
Yeah.
Like years ago.
Years and years, yeah.
And so this review has been in the works for a long time. So with this review being not only the car in its final form, but also the NA form beforehand with a different engine.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is probably one of the more unique reviews that you've done on your channel.
1,000%, yeah.
So with that said, please leave this video a like.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Zach, guys. He deserves it. This man puts so much work and so much time into his channel. All he does is car reviews, guys. He's busting his ass. So show this man some support. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What you guys think of the build, what you guys, I don't know, what do you guys want to see? I have no clue what people are supposed to comment on. Comment sausage if you're still watching.
If you made it this far, work the word sausage somewhere into your comment.
Fire.
We'll know that you're a real one.
Love that.
Seriously, but go check out John's channel. It'll be linked in the description below if you want to see the whole build process of this car, and by the time this video comes out, you'll have an exciting new Civic for the channel, with an H series in it,
dude.
Which is so cool. That will be reviewed at some point on the channel. But you are absolutely awesome. You are flying up in the numbers too. It's really been fun to watch you grow. It's been fun to grow together. This has been absolutely awesome. Besides your brake pedal being too large, it's been absolutely awesome. And just the fact that you built this, and the fact that you've stuck with this chassis. For how many engines have you gone through?
Easily 4, maybe 5.
I mean, most people blow a motor and they call it a day. But not you, man. Blown Motor Club. Go get your Blown Motor Club merch. That's all found on John's channel. I can't thank him enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please go check out John, and also enjoy these bloopers from filming this video. It's probably one of the most laborsome reviews with all the issues we had with the old motor. So please enjoy some bloopers. Check out John, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. Take
one of them. 4?
Yeah, take 4.
We'll just call it that. It's whatever. What the f is that bird doing? What's up, buddy?
It's idling at like 1100.
Yeah.
Okay. Speedometer's working. It works. Why? Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Honda.
Honda.
That's it.
God.
That's it.
Did you hear my VTEC?
No. Did you?
No. Is the hatch closed?
I'm not sure.
It was in gear.
Nice.
I hope to be good at it one day. You'd think after 765 car reviews, you'd think, but you'd think wrong. I'm still an idiot.
I was literally just telling Kearney when we were going through that whole parking lot, I was like, dude, you just took him down like an area with like 5 or 6 stop signs. And I was like, man, if anyone I know is gonna be able to do it, it's Zach. He's driven like so many cars. Stalls right after I say that.
Kids, if you do a manual swap, use the manual brake pedal, not the automatic one. My left foot keeps hitting the brakes. What? Hey.
What?
Hey. Also, this brake pedal is really pissing me off.
Yeah.
You know what that means? 6 times the charm.
Stop, dude. Stop. No.
So we are pleasantly sitting to take the visuals of this car with the windows up on, I think it's like 85 degrees today.
It's pretty hot, dude.
Because there's a big scary wasp outside.
Yeah, a giant. It's one of those like black hornets.
Dude, its stinger was like 3 inches long.
It was one of those ones that you would see on, what is it, Brave Wilderness, Coyote Peterson entering the sting zone.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, is it in the car? Oh my God, dude.
Oh, it looked like it was in the car.
It flew over there.
Okay.
I see it. It's gonna come back though, dude.
You think?
Maybe.
Hold on. I did it without blowing it up.
Dude, that's actually pretty impressive. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I was very worried about it.
Were you actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the whole drive here, I was like, oh my God.
Oh,